Jesus Christ. That's a great way to handle a confession. Glib acknowledgement and zero commitment. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, I'm having flashbacks to high school.
Are you the bouncer?
Me?
It's still one of the most brutal things to happen in an FMV game that I've ever played. Just bar none. There we go. Stream starting music is much louder than anything else? What? Really? Out of curiosity, can you hear the music right now? No. Huh. Okay, hold on. We have to do some experiments here. First off. No, it's not going to be a headset thing. So, first off. Sources. We got to do some stuff. Because music's not supposed to be like that. Can people hear me here? Yes. So, I know it's a black screen right now. Much more reasonable. So, just so I check. Is this making it any louder for you? I'm moving a slider on my board. Yes? But this also makes it louder? Now, that was an OBS slider. Also, yes. Huh. Really? Okay, so how does this sound right now? Like, how loud is that in contrast to me? This is good? Okay, well, thank you for going on this little adventure with me. I don't know why that is the way that it is, but okay, there we go. Except now you can't hear the music on this scene. Why? It's supposed to be... Wait, what? Hold on. Wait a minute. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All those things. Okay. But here... Oh, interesting. I have to fix this view. I need to add this in. Like here. Then I should be able to delete this. And delete this. Now you hear it. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's only supposed to be... It's not supposed to be very loud. Like, I'm supposed to be far more overpowering to it. And delete this, and whoop! Let me just... One more time, we're going back into this so I can see the sources. My question mark is on there as well. So it's got music, image overlay. I don't know why tall chat's in there. Throne alert. Alerts, stats, mic. Okay. And then come back to here. Come back to here. So, theoretically, I shouldn't need this one. Can you still hear me? Yeah, look at that. Huh. My microphone was probably getting doubled up too. That's interesting. I'm assuming you can hear me still. Man, I hope y'all can still hear me. You can. Okay. Then what is this line doing? I have another audio. OBS is doing some weird stuff. Anyways, hi everyone. Hello, welcome. This is the thing I should be messing with right before I go on vacation. So it'll be fresh in my memory in a week's time. Anyways, hi, hello. How's it going? We're gonna be playing some more Disco Elysium tonight. It's day 2. We didn't get a whole lot accomplished in day 1, but I didn't have to sleep on the street, so there is that. And I mean, we started to make some progress, and hopefully we wake up a little bit better since we've now been 24 hours without our character having drank. So I'm hoping for positivity there, unless we get the DTs. That'll be a problem, but we'll see what happens. Hey Max, since you're here and you're being helpful, you want to be helpful? I have a new point redemption that I want to test. It's called I'm Your Biggest Fan. If you could just go ahead and do that, it will cost 100 of your precious points. Okay, so that did that. So now, now Max, if you look at that again, is the point the same amount as it was? Is it still 100 points? Okay, then that part's not working. Cool. Thank you. What's supposed to happen is you redeem it. It's supposed to say you're my biggest fan, and then it is supposed to update. The resulting value is not a number, unable to set the reward. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. What do I test that? Yeah, so you can't. Oh, that's a bummer. Thanks, answer. I was trying to do a multiplier that was doing like 1.2. But it can only go in whole numbers, which I guess makes sense since we can't have fractions of a bit. So it has to be whole numbers. Okay. How could I do this? Could I put a variable in there? Okay, hold on. I have to do something really quick to see if I can do this. Core. System? Nope. This is really stupid. I don't think I can. No, wait, no, I can't do this right now. Because I think I'd have to actually do C#. Basically get the value, multiply it by 1.2, and then do a math.round to make sure that it's a whole number, push that into a variable, and then push that to the update thing. So for now, we're just going to add. What's a fun number to add every time it gets bigger? Just someone give me a reasonable number, given that we started at 100. Any whole number that is not like 3 billion or something goofy. 69. Of course. Of course, Dancer. How stupid. Okay. Can I reset to original? 100. Test. Okay. Oh, let's roll that back to 100. Actually, what does that say now? I know I should be streaming, but now I'm goofing around. Okay, didn't inject the username that time. So, that's fun. Okay. Okay, Dancer, could you try running that now? If you could be so kind as to redeem the I'm Your Biggest Fan. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're going to add 69 to that going forward. Okay. So now, if somebody else redeems that, it should update that and move up by 69 points every time. At some point, I'm going to circle back on this and actually do the thing that I said, which was do a math out round so that I can actually get a whole number to multiply it so that it becomes like it increases not exponentially, but well, I guess it would be an exponential. 1.2 multiplied just becomes and it doesn't matter. Thank you. Thank you too for participating in this we're doing it live experiment. I can't even pronounce that. Multiplicatively. There we go. Yes. Basically. Like I don't want it to be a flat number because that will just be a linear growth, and that's, I mean, it still gets bigger, but it's not as fun. It still says 100 for the next. Yeah. No, it should. It should answer because I made it go to 69 now. So if you fire it again, it should increase to 169. Because what I wanted to do, there we go. Now it's going up. What I wanted to do was have a multiplier and then continue going up, and then have another redeem that's very expensive where someone could reset it back to its original cost. That's kind of the two halves of it that I wanted. Anyways, thanks for going on this adventure with me. At some future point, I am actually just going to do like a test stream where I just mess around with this stuff so I can figure it out. But that's not tonight. Tonight was just a very quick test. Now we're going to play Disco Elysium. Now hit and play. And see, that audio got all kind of weird, the music stuff. That's because I actually separated out my music from the overall stream mix. So that, in theory, none of the music I play now should end up on the VOD or the download. Game, you gonna capture? What are you doing? There you go. Jeez. The economy has too many channel points. We need to funnel it back to the 1%. Well, no, it doesn't get funneled back to anyone, so it's really just blowing up the economy. More, it's why. No, I'm trying to fix my dude. My good boy had a bad time. And now we're having a weird bad dream. Oh, look, it's us. Of course it is. Hey, me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me.
Just leave the vodka stains on the counter. No. No, I refuse. We're a changed man.
Do you remember your wife's
I want Kim to like me.
face? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth?
Yikes.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, Do you remember the love of your life?
I think I was left, given everything all the context I've been given.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and
Rolled seduce the bloated corpse of a drunk.
What?
9, that's gotta be enough. Mixed success.
let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious.
Chill out, dude.
8,000 years of
This is less bad than it looks. There's only a tiny bit of wine in the actual bottle. I just didn't want to dirty a cup.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them.
You love Elysium as a setting? It's
Really fucked up.
interesting. I like how it's set up in a way that if they wanted to, they could build a whole bunch of games in this universe. Not even necessarily the same thing. It doesn't have to be more narrative heavy, adventure games. It could be a whole bunch of different styles of things because of the world that they've sort of set up. They could expand on this concept of Elysium.
You'll
Oops.
be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
Sorry, you were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. Would I prefer a fantasy or spacey sci-fi setting? For what, Dancer? Just like broad strokes? Fantasy or spacey sci-fi? For just a setting of something? Or like, give me some more parameters and I can give you a better answer. I think betwixt the two, I would probably lean space sci-fi. Like with no other context, I would probably do that. But as an Elysium sequel, I think one thing that would be interesting to experience would be the war. Like the war setting that happened in this game that led us to here. I think that'd be very interesting. It's a shame that the company got bought out by an investment company and all the creatives are gone. Fuck's sakes. Capitalism was a mistake. An Elysium sequel of sorts. I mean, if it was going to be a sequel, if it's set in the same universe, I would probably... I mean, something in the exact same age and time in a different part of the world would be interesting. Or probably something slightly futured. But also, again, going back 50 years or whatever to the war, I think would also be interesting because they've got some very interesting political ideologies running around in this game that isn't just like, I mean, they've got like the moralists and they've got the supremacists and they've got the communists and, like they have a whole bunch of that are similar but not the same to our current ones and like exist within this world of Elysium, and I think it'd be interesting to explore those. Capitalism isn't a mistake, it's an endless series of mistakes compounding on themselves. It's compound interest.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
How dare.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like
God
state.
damn it. There's like a gnat. One gnat in here. A singular gnat.
Grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too.
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
soon
So the
already.
the other hangover is trauma.
Like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Wakey, wakey, bud.
Good going, buddy. Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
No.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
How about this, electrochemistry? I'll make a deal. If half the town ends up dead and I get fired, I'll find some speed.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Okay, let's take the glasses off. Oh, I thought these were jorts. They're not jorts. Savoir versus reaction speed. I'll take the bad savoir. My favorite ending is the one where you shed all shame and sleep in the bin behind the hotel. Oh my god. Hi, Myson. How's it going? Speed's a hell of a drug. I mean, drugs are a hell of a drug, I think, at this point for us. But, hey, how's everyone doing today? Max, Moritz, Myson, a lot of M's. Eno, that's not an M, but that's okay. How are people? Oh, this is new. The breakfast area is open. Gotta get the kiddo back in bed. Aren't they great? Jorts all the way. I'm apparent 3-inch inseams right now. Dancer, are you wearing full-on slut shorts? Good for you. Do drugs with Kuno? Listen. This character obviously wants to debase themselves, but even I've got to have a limit. Thighs out for Hot Boy Summer. Exactly. He's just got his hoochie shorts on. This is actually a really good track. I noticed it when we first started. Just thinking about Dancer's head again. Okay, let's talk to you.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for said policing. I think it's them.
Star says hi. Hi, Star. You love your short shorts? Got my mom to hem them up a few inches already this summer. Just keep hiking them up until they're just a jean thong. A jong.
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep.
Oh no, Kim.
The looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. Everything points to the dock workers union. The belt used for hanging in, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Does your mother question this? No, my son, I'm pretty sure Dancer's mom knows what Dancer's about.
In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Okay.
One thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
You really should not be entrusting us with big decisions like this, Kim. Like, you know better. We're barely human at this point. Gotta start by talking to this guy.
Can I help you?
No. Okay. Nothing new.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
She embraced my porn stash shorts. Winds herself. Dancer. Oh man. Your whole summer vibe is amazing. From the few photos that I have seen. You've decided for like hot boy Tom Selleck summer, and I appreciate it.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear. Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too. The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
If by later you mean immediately, because I have no tact.
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Oh dear.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like him at all.
Just missing a series of absinthe-induced love affairs. I already have the absinthe. Can't you post that on, I don't know, what are the kids using these days? Hinge? I mean, I know you can say Grindr, but like, Grindr was like the other's half of like Tinder, but now there's Hinge, so is there like a new Grindr? New better Grindr? Grindr 2? Have you considered Tom of Finland Halloween? Should order some absinthe? The real stuff or the stuff that you can get in America?
But you have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
There's other apps. I mean, I assume that there is.
They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday.
Oh, yeah. The bridge can't go down.
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
There's a place in Germany that ships there? Oh, okay. The shipping is downright reasonable for shipping booze. Oh, well, all right. Well, there you go, you know. I mean, given the time of life you've been having recently, maybe that's not a terrible option.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day. Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful to both of
I haven't been on any apps in like 7 years. Don't really feel like getting back there. I mean, I am very lucky, blessed, one might say, hashtag blessed, that I met my wife kind of before all the actual like apps became a thing. I mean, there were dating sites, but it's not as, it was more formalized, right? It wasn't just swiping, if you will.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
100%, Lena. You're the best thing happening in my life right now.
This will
I'll die for you.
to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
You've heard great things about squirt.org, Dancer. I mean, it's an org, so it's non-profit.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting.
You met your wife in Tinder. She threatened to stab you.
He gets so tangled up in his work.
Well, I mean, if that's what you're into, Moritz.
The lock's been repaired, and it's cold out there.
Absolutely.
You're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
That's the best kind.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Kim, I'm pretty sure my encyclopedia would have known that.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a
Now who has no tact?
It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and
I love that we're having this conversation.
frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely
God.
interested in supporting real research.
Okay. All right. Lena and her husband are crackpots, but she is still an adorable, sweet lady, and I will die for her.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Everyone's favorite cryptid? Ooh. Favorite is such a subjective term. I'm a big fan of like skinwalkers and wendigos. Fubacabra. My sin. Wendigos and skinwalkers are similar but not the same as I recall. But they kind of sort of do similar things. Either way, I think I like them the most.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin. Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite...
What, are you surprised by you choosing Fupacabra? No. I guess not. You had someone make a visual of it as well? How delightfully cursed.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has...
Just last Thursday. Oh, you're going to have to share that somewhere, Myson.
You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. We'll be celebrating...
Great time for this question. Cryptids must be in fashion. Cryptids never went out of fashion.
The most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
Opening myself up to critique, but I used to predict with accuracy false flags with Bigfoot and Sasquatch sightings. I won't be explaining why. Hang on, Danster. Can you at least elaborate when you say false flags? Like you would look at Bigfoot and Sasquatch sighting proof and flag how that proof or disproved the things. I'm not going to ask you why you were doing that. That's your business. I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying. 16 is a good number? Wait, why? Hold on. Why 16? What's happening? Oh, 16th anniversary this autumn. Gotcha.
Via dating agency.
Oh, there we go.
Say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident.
Oops.
And we hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out.
Oh, that's fine.
I hope I've been useful.
You married your wife 16 a bit years ago, if you can count. Yeah, my wife and I have been together 19 years. As of, like, I think Tuesday. Literally half her life.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Eat shit, Kim. I'm in it.
It's a phasmid, technically, but
Oh, yeah. Here comes the interesting.
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insular Indian coast, hence its name, the
Okay.
Insular Indian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us all.
As of Tuesday. No, I mean, like, so we went on our first date on, like, the 24th of July or something like that. So that would be today, I guess. So, yeah, actually, I think as of today, it's been half her life.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all. Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about an encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insular Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insular Indian phasmid. All scientists have
Bigfoot and obvious fake things, stories should be released 1 week prior to false flag events as a signal to those partial to the signs but not privy to the specifics. Oh, hold on. So, Dan, you're saying Bigfoot news comes out a week before some other thing that needs a false flag or whatever is sent out? Well, today is not my wedding anniversary. Today was our first date, I think. It could be tomorrow. Anniversary. And then because I have no chill, the 29th was our, like, dating anniversary. Misunderstood. I explained it poorly.
Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's... Oh, dear.
Okay, what's so special
I'm
about it?
afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could
The
hear
story
him
reaches a
describe
mainstream
it.
news source, yes.
You'd
I don't believe the method
understand
is still in
me.
play, though. Interesting.
You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot.
We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101.
Fine. Gee, Kim. What's this? Okay, we're not talking to them right now. Okay, so what's on our docket? Find morale. Can't do that right now. Close the waterlock tomorrow. We can do that. We still have to get the body down. This will happen once we can do the waterlock, since I sent that ball fucking flying. We got enough money. As long as we don't dip below 20, we're okay. Badge, question marks. Clothes in the trash. Okay. Joyce might be able to tell us some educational stuff. Victim's tattoos might be in the apartment. There's the guy with the stars, so maybe that. Call Sylvia using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. Sure, okay, we can do that. You predicted the Boston bombing, the Charlie Hebdo attack, and one plane that went missing. Sandy Hook and Las Vegas shooting with it. That's something, Dancer. I don't have the knowledge or capacity to be able to speak on that with anything, so I'll just go with, huh. Cool. I mean, all the things that you mentioned there are kind of horrible, so oh. All right, there's the white gun. Like I said, there wasn't that much left in there. Can't do that yet. Haven't found a sad tape. Yeah, this is the one. Maybe we can talk to someone smart. Okay, investigate apartment 10. Apartment 28, yes. We've got a couple things to do there. You're not saying they couldn't be coincidental, but at the same time, less than a week of Bigfoot story hitting mainstream. Okay, how do I get to the apartments again? That was this way? Oh, who's this? You new person? Working class woman. Hold on, leave her be. Thinking. Jane Cows. Remember the title?
Yes, a sci-fi. Me? No one. I'm just...
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
Alright. That's fine. I'm not gonna bug her. She's reading. Oh, hold on. Trash can. Hell yeah, bottles. At most, you're on a watch list. Okay, where was apartment 10? That's the bathroom. So, just thinking about Dancer's head again. You might watch one of those 3-inch inseams.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture.
All right, knock, knock.
Walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. Sounded like a woman. A woman's shoes. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Excuse me? Of course not. Oh, come on.
That was smart.
That's right, Kim. I'm 24 hours sober. I'm all brains now, baby. Do you have my gun? Ooh. +1 indirect modes of taxation? What the fuck is that? Whatever, let's just talk to her first.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20, at least. Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously...
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too? Very well, but please make it quick. I need to be...
Indirect modes of taxation probably means extortion. Ah. She did it. She's the murderer. I mean, she's got a murderer's look about her.
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't ever happen.
She's a realtor. She has to have done it. Well, I mean, she's some kind of parasite, but she might not be the murdering type.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
Oh, it irks her. The incompetence.
I'm not even going to engage with those.
Don't
What happened?
ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both, of course.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take those. All right, lady, I snooped for you.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. We won't be killing anyone. And you...
Yeah.
Seen it and known those who have been killed.
Okay, bye. See, I've already been in here, right? Like, there's nothing else for me here. Okay, apartment 28. How do I... Oh, there we go. Balcony. Come on.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? The smoker on the balcony. This is why we are here, right? He might know something about the murder.
Okay.
Tonight at 9 p.m., right here, apartment number 28.
No one.
We should return in the evening.
Okay. Okay, what if they choose indirect modes of taxation? Interesting. Right, we can do Kim shortwave. That's the thing we can do. Music in this game is really good. This good dude's still here? Jeez.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye. Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema
Music's good, you should sing to it. Nobody wants that.
To give it a more aggressive, hunched look.
I need a sad song, Morts.
Someone.
I will sing the karaoke, 100%, but I don't have a sad song yet.
You want to take a closer look? 130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
That is obnoxious.
7.2. Supercharged.
I love that he's a car nerd.
Brings him immense joy.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Lingo it up.
No. That's porno tuning.
It's what?
Porno. That's short for pornography.
I'm just playing the straight idiot here.
That's a negative on the porno.
What is chat if not a cabinet of voices for you? I mean, it's true. Are you real, or am I just imagining you?
No one in the history of convictions has been more sure of.
No, I need to use the car.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a
Okay.
pull-out.
Radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
You seen chat referred to as a fourth person? Yeah.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Geez, that took a while.
Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Oh god, what did I do?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
No, we're doing it.
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay? Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble.
Her voice is resigned and weak.
Okay.
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. You do? Oh. What else can I do for you? Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing.
Damn.
There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective.
Oh, God.
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money.
Okay, we know where the gun is.
Pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective? Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Huh. Is that even my coat?
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Okay, hold on. 92%, I swear to God if I fail this.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Lab.
God.
When she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened.
The what?
It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
All right, sure.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I'd ever seen. And I had seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Yeah, no, give it to me.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project.
Oh no.
An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know.
Oh boy.
Screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. And then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening...
I still play. You've ruined all my favorite songs by Machine Gun Felicia.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
A real song by a real band. Oh, I believe it.
Find a copy though, before you can blast it. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Alright.
57's. Oh.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
Okay. And we leveled up. Do I have more things to think about? I could probably level up one of these, but instead, I should probably look at my map. Oh, can I redo everything? No, those are just all new. Why can I retrace all of these? Visual calculus we could upgrade. That might help with those. Best Christian rock. Okay, let's level up visual calculus. Oh, I've already leveled it up once. Oh, I don't have to do that yet. Hold on. Let me go have a look at the crime scene real quick. Is Kuno still fucking out here? Hucking rocks? Oh, he is. God, that kid sucks.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots, anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs.
How's that low? Oh, God. Alright. Actually, hold on. I can take a crack at this, level it up, and try again.
There are several footprints in the mud.
I need to find my gun so I can shoot Kuno.
Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Wow. Still not doing it. You're bad at this.
Don't beat yourself down. Neither can I.
Screw it. We're doing it.
There are several footprints in the mud.
42. Okay, visual calculus. Hold on. I have equipment. Right? Okay. Okay, come on.
There are several footprints in the
58%.
left by work boots, anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs.
I didn't build my character this way, Moritz. The dice that I rolled 37 times built this character for me.
Maybe more than 12.
Yeah.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
I put on my special nerd glasses.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes.
You love that for the building mechanics? What do you mean, Mason? What building mechanics?
Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes.
None of these are very good for me.
6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a
Stat building with lots of dice. Oh, yeah.
And the tracks burn in the middle of it.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I know nothing about this game, right? I'm so stupid I looped around to intelligent. Yeah, I was kind of a savant. I'm just having a moment. Like, I could have picked one of the pre-builds. And that would have been fine. But then there's the custom builder. And then I realized, like, I don't know what any of this stuff means. And then I saw it had a random button, and I was like, well, you know what? We'll just randomize it, you know? We'll just put everything into the hands of fate. We will get to the end of this game one way or another.
7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
Okay.
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
So they drag or favor the right foot.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else? 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
It could have also been what's his face? The guy running the Union.
I can't see any prints fitting the armor boots the victim was wearing, can you? Someone had to carry him. Are any of the other prints deep enough?
No.
An obese person is becoming less likely. Possibly, yes. Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
No, I'm not going to embarrass Kim.
I don't know why I said that.
I did Homestar Runner.
We are looking for a group of dock workers. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems... A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
All right. I'm going to follow up with trying to do something else.
The man before you is naked, but for...
Yeah, we need to talk about him. Let me try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
Okay, come on. I am good. I'm good at this shit. Which one's Savile Fair? That's sneaking. Good. Okay.
They only have one gun.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Kim, do you have more bullets?
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 Armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth?
How is this even?
Miss.
Hand-eye coordination. Hold on. Give it back.
I agree. Enough gunslinging. I
Okay.
suggest we go to...
Hold on. Do I have any equipment that's going to help with hand-eye? Does any of this take away from that? Oops. No. Put that back on. It's so important. Okay. 58 is an over-under that I'm not comfortable with. Hold on. What else was new? With, what did I upgrade? What was it called? Visual calculus? Wait, I did that, didn't I?
What do you see?
Yeah, it's been through all of it. Right? Then why is that still on there? I'm confused. I had two, didn't I?
What do you see? A woman? Or, okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
That's okay. Go on. A woman? Okay.
He knows it's hard to...
That's okay.
Okay.
Go on. 200.
He might be right.
Maybe it was.
There is real, palpable excitement in his voice at the prospect of it not being a giant.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. Yes. Interesting. Someone operating.
He regrets it.
I don't know why. Perhaps it could be a...
He doesn't.
We should keep our eyes on... You're right. Let's keep a low profile.
I'm sure you're not wearing anything that takes it away. Yeah, which I did. That's close to a coin flip odds. I mean, does anybody care if I save scum it? Because I really don't want to figure out the other alternative.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. As you narrow, this is a
Oh, I think I've already missed my
the lower
chance.
Extremities are pink with a dash of blue.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right.
The monster comes back into focus.
So, what do you think? Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt act, there's always a chance.
I thought I
We
saw
should check
this.
for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver.
Yeah, I've missed my opportunity to shoot, which is kind of weird.
But for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with...
Because I didn't take the shot,
and blotched by livid.
but it's just not going to let me do it now.
Chest,
So,
a fading...
actually, load this autosave, roll it back.
The man before you is naked. But
Nope. Or was this one? Yeah, okay. So we could do that. We could start from here because this is just before I did the footprint stuff.
there are several footprints in the mud.
Right.
Left-
So, put my glasses on.
There are several footprints in the mud. Maybe more than 12.
Okay.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth. 1. Standard work. 2.
Yep.
Standard work.
Yep.
3. Hobnail.
Yep.
4. Standard work.
Which is it?
You don't.
Okay.
5. Another
Good.
6. An aberration.
Male or female.
possible to
Pretty
turn
good this.
bad.
Continue.
7. The glowing out.
Yep.
8. And yet another.
How
Cool.
many?
8.
I was pretty off then.
Same
I
guys.
never got the hang of it. A woman or a kid?
Don't think there's any way to be sure.
In two.
Heavy one.
He might be right. 200 kilograms.
Could be an obese
Many
person.
prints fitting the armor boot.
No.
An obese person.
Okay, that carried them.
Yes.
Aberration.
Interesting. Someone upper.
Drummer. Don't say anything.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is.
He doesn't seem to.
We should keep our eyes open. A week.
It is not
I pulled last.
correct again.
What do I think? Then after.
Indeed. They all.
Okay. There we go. Now we save. Okay. Equipment. So I don't think there's anything on me that I can do that's going to help with hand-eye coordination. Is that actually a... Yeah, it's right there. Okay. So I don't think I have anything on me that's going to help in either direction. Okay. Doesn't look like it. All right.
The man before you.
Yes, we do. It's bad. Go ahead.
This is the. Yeah, take it, you fucking.
The cold you've held.
Fuck are you wait?
The buckle.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Closing your eye makes things worse. Yes. When you close an eye, it actually screws up your depth perception. It basically turns your vision from 3D to 2D. And so, like, you're not actually supposed to close your eye when you want to take a shot. You can squint it a little bit, but yeah, yeah. I'm applying real world logic. That's true. Well, we save beforehand.
The field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The slow movement of the branch in the
Oh.
and your shoulders directing the gun sync up. Dancing.
Okay, well, yep. Thanks, video game.
He's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Ooh. That was a fail.
plume of smoke erupts from the...
We're doing it again. I'm shooting this body down, goddammit.
The man before you is...
Yes, we do.
I want to shoot the body down, so we're doing this.
This is. Yeah, take it, you
The code you've held.
fuck are you wait?
The buckle.
Why don't you just shoot?
Your fear. The slow...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Come on, man.
A plume of...
Is the game not going to let me? Is this something that feels like something that I should be able to pass and can't? Is this a plot failure?
The man before you is...
You can do it? Okay.
It's back. Go ahead.
This is the.
Let's see how many times it takes for me to pass a 72% pass rate.
Like you've held...
Fuck are you waiting?
The buckle.
Why don't you just?
Your feet. The slow...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
There we go.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir.
3 goes.
With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
Interesting.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Absolutely doing this one.
Fuck you, Kurpale!
You've been policed.
Ace is high.
The Ace is High, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world.
Wait, did we actually have to come up with a fancy name for a high five?
You could add an Ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for
Absolutely. We are doing...
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt.
Oh, God.
Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does. And with furious precision.
Yeah! We're best friends!
To leave an Ace's low hanging.
I knew these guys were.
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something.
I like how Kim was like all super professional yesterday, and today he's the one who's kind of struggling.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy. Yes, the 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene.
Okay.
I'm satisfied with that part. The trash container, the prints, we've been thorough enough.
Okay.
2. Initial examination of the victim. We were pretty good in our efforts, and the autopsy will provide another chance.
Okay.
3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
Okay.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, this stinks. No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire
That's
chain.
stupid.
To autopsy, to clean up. We do it all. An honor and a burden attached to your rank. Mine is Lieutenant Detective, unfortunately. I can't tell you how tired I am of this corpse. With shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you to this case otherwise. I would suggest we interview Everhart and Joyce, the leader of the Union and the Wild Pines rep. But we've already done that, so it's up to you, Detective. Take us where we need to be.
He trusts you have plenty of things in the task chain.
Well, I've got plenty of things in the task chain. I don't know how many I can do. Alright.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you.
Raphael's dead-eye shot shooting. Yeah, just in 3 tries.
Is supine and open. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Wait, hold on. First, I'm going to save because I want to make sure I'm using the good equipment for this. I just don't know what equipment we're going to come up against.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes...
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing gloved hands. Perfect.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are
I love how this game has shat on my gloves multiply.
Capacity.
Multiple times. Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Yep.
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol. The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
That's you.
I like how I still can get away with Raphael.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
KK57-0803.0815. Next, NA. Next, NA. Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK57-0503.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Tampering with the body.
How
Okay.
did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed. Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature.
Okay.
Hold out from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds
Interesting.
to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse.
Wait, what?
Larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Hold on, am I sensing another okay.
Not swear yet. An obese
Okay, our spirit cop powers are kicking in.
Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Huh? You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me. Love did me in. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself.
Okay, moving on.
The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable.
What the fuck is wrong with these kids, man?
More lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white.
They're kids in Martin. I mean, yeah, it was a semi reflective question. Like, these kids are absolutely ruined. So, yeah.
The assistant has a color photograph of the marking.
Everything let them down.
His files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Was.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch. Wet. The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread. There must be brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
I'm not giving Kuno nothing.
Ligature mark.
High velocity. Fuck that kid.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
I got something for that.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Rubber gripped cutter. Are these the same thing? Yeah.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below.
Oh god.
Carefully.
Oh god.
As much precision as you can.
Oh god.
My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread.
Don't cut it around the neck. Cut it around the noose. If it's tied in a hangman's knot, just cut the fucking knot.
The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady, like
Yeah.
a ranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Can I save? Can't save. All right, fucking yeah. Come on, man. Come on, game.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
Yeah, fuckity fuck.
The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Do I rotate? Man, it's wild that 72% has failed me more than it hasn't in this game. Right? Like, that's... I don't know what the odds are. I don't know how to do that, but Come on, man. Fuck. Rotate some more.
A really, really bad smell.
Yeah, XCOM. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him.
Told you my
I should
Yeah.
have to go first. I think I have a strategy.
Absolutely. Please, Kim.
He
Yes.
sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap. The knot.
Oh, thank God.
Another cut, and the belt
I have the Versage class feed as a streamer.
revealing the dead
Yeah.
man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Which means he was definitely alive at the time.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever
Jesus
since
Christ.
the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I'm not going to look at him. I don't need to look at this dude's junk. I trust Kim.
Extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name? I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Kobo. What can I did, Kobo. I did. Reminded me of when I was just a small boy. Before this happened to my face and my body. You did me a kindness there. We should do this more often.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
It's only getting worse, my dude.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it
Oh, boy.
gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
The hyoid bone is the one that breaks when a person is hanged, typically.
Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something.
That's right. I got healing for days.
Into your mouth. You're inside. You see darkness.
All right.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary, Na.
I don't know what that is.
Ah, are you a hepatobiliary expert? Neither am I. That's it.
Okay.
For toxicology and serology, unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there. Like a toxicology screening. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Yeah.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
Okay.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 feels. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Fine.
Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters.
Okay.
Injuries. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man, beneath the description of injury.
Right. Next? Nothing. Just in case.
The corpse lay slouched to the side, oblivious to its surroundings. The field
All right.
B.
A dark red abraded ligature mark and in the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
See, that's interesting. That means he was unconscious or non-responsive when they hung him.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
I mean, there's hemorrhaging on both sides. Yeah.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks.
We are lucky. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Perception. Legendary. Do I have anything that would help with that? What even is perception? How is... I already have this at level 5. And it's legendary. Made worse because I said he was probably hung, so I'm fighting my own bias. But it's a white check, ergo.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, His torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look at his pants again.
He pulled down his breeches, marbling.
Okay.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast. It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if...
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails. Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever...
Okay. So what does this give me? Motorcycle, zoom out distance. Neat. Motorcycle caps raised by 1. I don't really care about that. I'm gonna forget that. Yep. -2 visual calculus, but we just did that, so let's do it. Pop that back in. Okay. Though, did I understand it? Did forgetting a thing actually take one of my level up points? Because if so, that's a bummer. Okay, so we have to try and find a fridge for this dude and fast. I don't have to.
Can I help you?
Sure. You're right. I don't have to. I don't have to do a lot of things.
Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Yeah, man.
Correct him.
Yeah.
Well, I have a fridge, and you're not putting it here. Because this is a culinary establishment, not...
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No.
Hi, Ivy.
Answer is no.
I did. It took me 3 tries, and I shot out of the tree.
Carb circus.
Wow. Turned the lieutenant off like he was a busted old radio.
Let's go talk to the Frit clerk.
No, I think we're missing something. The fact that it told me that there's no rush on marking the hanging as the cause of death does lead me to think that not necessarily. Hi.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? Mm-hmm. Right behind you. Yeah. You're joking, right? Okay.
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storage.
Okay.
Where could I get a fridge? Hey man, you got access to a fridge?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Okay. Tools.
Hello again, sir. A fridge? You mean like the ice bear fridge? Man, that's scary.
Yeah.
Ice bear fridge?
Yeah, that.
Yes, like a bear, but white. There's a fridge below the building in the basement, with red glowing eyes. I went back there once, behind the bookstore. Mum doesn't want me to go there anymore. Not that I want to. It was pretty scary. Yes. She can be pretty strict. You're right about that. I don't really know what to say. You could try sneaking in. I'm sorry, sir. Anyway.
Okay.
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool? You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be a fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
God damn it. Okay, so what was this check?
A heavy door with a missing handle.
Pain threshold. Okay. Hmm. I still don't know why the pry bar wouldn't help me get in here.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just...
Are you alright?
What is going... I warn...
It barely looks like you've done any damage.
I'm gonna try that a couple more tries. If 72 is gonna fail repeatedly, then 28 should fail an equal number of times.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds.
Only fair, right?
Little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you.
I tried 3 times.
In dozens, if not hundreds.
The math does not check out.
Shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Hello again, esteemed officer. And what goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you...
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
The stream if it works for under 50 odds. Doesn't seem to.
Oh yes? How's my precious doing?
The woman before you scans the store. Her
Hello again, sir.
God damn it. How do I get in there? Other than just breaking the door down. Like, I don't have a good way of dealing with this. Because the lady's not going to talk to me.
Yes?
A heavy
Couple more
door with
tries.
a missing handle stands.
Hey, there we go.
Covered.
4th time's a try.
If not hundreds of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame.
Oh, come on, man.
To take one.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Never didn't have it. Fuck, it hurts. Hey, never didn't have it, except for the other multiple times that I didn't.
What is this place? Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Sounds good.
All right. Wait. Yeah. Hey, we can help that one guy.
A barbell lies on the floor. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Why does it feel so familiar?
My head hurts -1.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber. The squeaky sound of sneakers. Your bruised knee.
3%. We're doing it.
And a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
Yeah, kind of saw that coming. All right, all right.
Hoisted off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Oh, wait. This isn't even what I wanted to get into. I thought, oh, god damn it. All of this was because I thought that's where the fridge was going to be. But it's not. It's back here. It's this.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East. You hear the same waiting. You ring the door. All you hear is you ring the door. Try again. You didn't press.
Thank you for calling the 24-hour window company.
No.
12 name cards on the call box read.
What's this? Points into a volition to open that again.
Silence. Silence. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. Nothing happens. Silence. This button.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
So I have to... There's a downstairs, maybe? It's either that door back there that we have to get into, or there is a downstairs in here and I'm just absolutely blind, which is possible. Oh. Those are stairs. There we go. Excellent. Great. Mannequins. Ooh, money. Ooh, $50.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting translucent welkins, with organs shining under. Who are all those creatures? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist.
Okay, cool. Great. Another one.
The Haldor, the Tuog, the humans, and even headless men, all of them.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too. Just look at...
And for what? The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial land. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers. Boreal Dvorg. Yurts, albeit dark and cold. This vision also feels cozy in its own way. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more."
Okay.
Eyes glide up.
I don't care. This is somebody's D&D arrangement. Okay, that goes upstairs, so... What's this?
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note said had massive air width. These things don't come cheap. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, a list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muin, all of this is gone.
Right.
God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble.
Okay. What can or should I invest in? Was it perception, maybe? I don't know. We're just gonna hold on to that for now. Yeah, most advanced RPG in the universe. Wait, there's the bear fridge.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This must be the fridge you were told about. Look inside. See if it's big enough for the corpse. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster.
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Just what we were looking for.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful. He thinks we need to be a son.
Yeah, okay.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet.
The body.
Yeah. Oh, that's some noise.
It takes half an hour.
Holy mother. Apologies, everyone. The loudest Foley work possible.
Back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done. Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This does not leave this room.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
As impressive as the fridge is, this is a small victory. Among numerous defeats, at least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection.
Inside the icy realm of the
right perception,
fridge, the corpse stands slumped.
That was the thing I was going to level up.
Waiting.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're, oh yes, Gobo mi Lobo, in the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways, ancient materials buried. Just a small gulp away. My beloved, come back later, Gobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manner.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. Or the paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Even under this stench, you can feel it.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an enforcer.
Here on a lurking lurk. Hi, Zine. I just stuffed a dead body into a fridge, and it was a good idea. How are you doing?
What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day. The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse.
Lucky us, indeed. Refrigerated meat is much better for coroner's work.
Harry has lots of good ideas. Yeah. Harry's a problem solver, okay?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Just Canadian things to do.
The furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs, the echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Why would I smear my hands with coal?
A lush layer of coal. Now you feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left.
No.
Yes.
No. This is fine.
Seems relieved.
Yeah. Okay. So We can invest into perception. That's something that we actually have skills in. I'm fine with that.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Okay, 72%. So how many times is this going to take?
Inside its belly. Your arm.
Oh, look at that. First try.
And your eyes.
Who would have thought perception would be useful in a detective game? Listen, here's the thing.
You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
Okay. Perception is one thing. The intelligence to work off of it is another. Right? So, being highly perceptive but not being able to comprehend the thing you have perceived kind of negates the usefulness of the perception.
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent. All of they are swollen shut. You need to...
Yeah, get in there, man.
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage. The thing you're looking for, it's not there.
All right.
Crawl out, spider.
Next. He did say gulp away.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth. You're on the right track. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Oh no, Kim's into it.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem. Yes, that's what this part is called. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance.
This is far too descriptive. It's unnerving.
Are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
A man whose special skill is encyclopedia. I'm just trying to follow this far too descriptive description. And so it's at like the back of the throat, behind the uvula, right? So we're already like back there. And then I'm getting multiple fingers in there and then heading up. Am I just like wrist deep in this dude's head at this point?
Your fingers reach toward his skull.
Yes, okay.
The cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger.
Now I'm curious. I failed a check to look deeper into his mouth when we still had the body outside. I wonder if I had passed this, if we could have figured this out without having to fridge him.
Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
97%. I swear to God if I fail this. Yeah? Okay, thank you, Morris. This is making me really hard to jack off. Hard, but not impossible, eh, Dancer? I appreciate your dedication.
Can you get to it?
There's a tiny crack. A protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it from the inside.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Okay, come on. 97%. I swear to God. If I had failed that, I would have been livid.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting.
Good, good.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist.
No, there you go, yeah.
In your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
So he was actually shot with a small caliber weapon in the back of the head and then hung to hide that fact.
A bullet.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact. Of course, you deserve it.
Why do I have that?
We need to add an
Why did he let me have that?
Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound? Opinion, fatal injury. And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3.
For comparative ballistics. God, I hope it's not my gun.
Non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Yeah.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought.
See, the thing that had my brain going, not my character, obviously, but my brain, was the fact that there were no scratch marks. So they talked about the fact that, like, he had been hung, but there are no scratch marks, like, around his neck. That's why I was like, oh, again, he must have been unconscious. Technically he was forever, right? But unfortunately, because I failed the ability to look in there, like into his mouth, the game wasn't going to give it to me, right? But the part where they weren't scratching at the noose is the part that was like, this feels weird. And that was what made me think, like, this feels like a cover-up, but unless we get the evidence, you know, what I think and what the character thinks aren't going to align, you know?
There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost.
That's for us to find out. But it will make finding them just a little easier. To hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here. Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it.
That secret task is so satisfying. What secret task are you talking about, Morris? Me finding the bullet? Like, is this the secret task?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
Oh shit. Alright, Kim.
Case, tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this.
It's a good thing I talked to those guys before I came out here, huh?
Leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
That means so much. Finding the bullet before you send it off to the morgue. Ah.
The word lingers in the air of the basement.
So I assume
far away,
if we don't find it, the morgue will eventually tell us about it. But who knows how long it takes for that to get back to us, and we might have already gone down who knows what rabbit hole in the meantime.
Detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan.
Okay. You're not going anywhere yet, my dude. Ooh, hold on.
This appears to be some kind of machine.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money.
Ooh.
Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
We have one of.
I admit, finding that bullet did feel good. As a player, I'm like, yaha! You know, it did feel nice.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the computer.
Ooh. Sure.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place on the keyboard.
What a noise to make. Which one, Mason? Like, yaha! That one?
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the...
Get to it.
Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. That was a question.
Oh, I'm talking to a person. I thought this was recording.
It into the core. Good. Please repeat the password. No. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Received. I will register this.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of...
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can... Fortress accident is the company on whose name the terminal... One moment.
I don't know why I need to do this at all. So we're overrepresenting the shared gamer subconscious like that. Thanks, Myson. I appreciate that.
Fortress accident SCR produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio game.
Oh, right, okay,
Other questions? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old, and my name is Yvonne.
Oh, no, Yvonne, you shouldn't be doing this.
She repeats passwords. Programming people.
Because it's here in your hair, Dubois. Ah, yes.
I work as a repeat.
Okay, I don't care about this right now.
Lonely, sitting there all by herself.
Oh, fine.
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Let's print.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Your flashlights, some of the writing, the handwriting, is only partly legible. But you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
One of those is the password.
The full text reads, Heat Death of the Universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Okay, yeah. One of those.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games.
Mhm.
These people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Ah, they were trying to make Baldur's Gate.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in. No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but it's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's...
Okay. We'll circle back on that. Okay. Shutter.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a...
Okay. We'll circle back on that. Never mind, I guess we'll do it now.
As before, what an odd thing to do. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should have...
Alright.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms. You are the destroyer. The bane of inanimate matter. Kudos.
Minus 2 to pain threshold. I wonder what that gets me. Okay, then this way. Okay, we have to wrap up for tonight. But hey, look at that. I did real progress. I did detectiving. Okay, let's talk to her since she's literally right here.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape. Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
Host Almighty, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the door.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area.
Oh, thanks.
Now you see the curiosity behind the
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity? Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney.
Ah.
It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her. Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there.
Yes, I've seen that.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise.
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery.
Okay, but please, only a few. The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
So is this like, The Grudge?
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
She nudges her glasses, anxious and tense.
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them. Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough. Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans. Spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
Seems a little
There are numerous spells
not great.
throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%. Yes, the Simonese are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser ward.
The woman
Okay. Okay, so that's cool. But we are going to call it here. So I'm just going to park my ass right here. And this is where we're going to call for tonight. So next time when I come back, we will start by talking to those guys, because I sure as shit don't want to talk to them without Kim with me. That sounds like a good way to get dead. So we're not going to do that. Okay. But that is going to do it for me tonight. Oh. Excuse me. But hey, I'm pretty proud of how this has gone so far. We got the body down. We investigated it twice. We got into that back building and only cost a lot of my shoulder and some rerolls. I didn't shoot Kuno, which was tempting. Overall, I'd say we're doing pretty good. But that is going to do it for me too. So first, hold on. I'm going to treat myself to 3 fishes. But with that all being said, I am going to be on vacation as of Friday, which means there will not be a stream on Friday this week. There will be no streams next week. And odds are there won't be a stream the following Monday. Ooh, I forgot a bike. We will see if I get back at a reasonable time on Monday and I'm not exhausted from the drive. I might do something on Monday. Or the following Monday, I should say. But we'll see. I don't know. Why didn't that do... That was supposed to fish 3 times. Why didn't that fish 3 times? Fine. I shall try to fish times 2. It's supposed to queue it up based on the X. Cool, 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 cool. Got a tuna. I don't know why that's not working. Oh well, doesn't matter. But since we're gonna go, let's see here. Who is online? Let's see. Cal's doing Elden Ring. Might swing by Cal. Is Cal actually playing? Cal is actually playing. Okay. Let's go raid Cal again, since I got people. Set that up. Cal's playing Elden Ring. I think he's trying to get himself up to New Game plus 7. He's currently on New Game 4. Don't know how long he's been playing it, but anyways, let's go say hi to Cal. Cal's lovely. Part of the Bozo Brigade. All lovely folks. So, go say hi to them. But that's going to do it for me tonight. And so, like I said, I'll be back next Tuesday for sure. Maybe next Monday. If you're part of the Discord, you can see the events. The events will let you know what's going on. But that's going to do it for me tonight. So, as always, thank you, of course, for watching. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, be kind, try your best out there. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Bye-bye.